Well, today we're going to be building a 3D printed kit, and this one is of Captain Mal Reynolds' gun from Firefly and Serenity, the film. So this was one that we downloaded from Thingiverse, and my wife kindly printed it out on our 3D printer. She's trying to sort of test it to dial in the settings, so it's actually printing really nicely. The only problem is on the bottom, you can see it's losing a lot of definition. On the top, lovely wood grain finish. If you got a flat bottom, looks good. Top looks good. So there's going to be a bit of fill-in involved. But the first job in this is probably to do a bit of fill-in, a bit of sanding, then several coats of primer filler, several sandings, until we get down to a pretty good finish. I mean, most of them are super smooth. Look at that. That's pretty good. The barrel came out nicely. So yeah, lots of filling that we're going to do. I'll only show a little bit of it because sanding and filling is sanding and filling, but that's what we're doing today. Okay, so just using high coat filler primer, yellow. It's very good filler primer, and as you can see, it's filling the lines. You need several good heavy coats, and it's the only time you're going to be priming where you can just get it thick and lumpy on it because it's filling. So then it'll be a case of sanding it down, another coat, sand it down, and that should be about it. It's a pretty good print actually. So let's see what happens when this is done. Okay, so I've sanded and fillered a couple of times, and I've got it as smooth as I think I want it. It's gone really well. Fillered really nicely. That yellow primer filler is great. So next is gluing it together. I'm just going to use some Gorilla epoxy glue to glue as many of the subsections. I'm going to keep this one separate because obviously it needs to be brown rather than bronze. And then for the bronze, I'm going to use Alclad 2 copper, but first you have to put down the Alclad 2 gloss black undercoat, and that's going to go over all the parts. I'm going to sub-assembly it so that I'm not handling it too much in small parts to spray it, so we can do a bigger chunk. So that's the next step. So that's the main body glued together. Good thing about epoxy is it gives you a bit of a leeway for just lining stuff up. I'm quite pleased with that. I need to put that, I'm going to put it in the vise. There we go. And I'm going to leave everything else and then come back to it. And what I'm going to do in this for the handle is, because there's meant to be two wooden handles over a metal frame and it's not moulded in, so I'm going to just use some aluminium tape just to put that on and then undercoat it over so it seals it in. Well, just let you know that things don't quite go according to plan sometimes. So the epoxy just didn't work. I don't know whether it's gone off or I didn't mix it properly, but it just kept moving, so they were all sort of weirdly positioned. So I've taken them off. I'm going to sand them down, sand this down, use this existing coat as sort of an undercoat. That's not actually bent, it's the GoPro. Move it. Go in the middle. GoPros have a bit of a fisheye lens, which is weird. So I'm going to sand it down and then do another coat on it. I might even try and get these off, because you can see that's moved. You can see that's not level. That one's okay, that one's not level. So we'll give it a go, see what happens. Okay, so the gun's now finished. Came out rather well. There's a few bits I would do differently if I was doing it again. I would probably put a bit more filler on these parts just to join the two front parts together. But on the whole, I think it came out rather well. It's a nice size in the hand. It feels quite a good sort of weight to it. You could put some actual sort of lead inside it. The bronze was a pain in the backside, to be honest, because the first lot reacted with the primer for some reason, even though they're both not water-based, oil-based, something based, but they should have gone together, but it didn't. It crackled off, so I had to basically soak it in petrol just to get all the paint off it and start from scratch, which I'm glad I did rather than just sort of carry on, because it wasn't smooth. It was like it wasn't even eggshell, it had like ruptured the paint. It was really weird. But the trouble with that is it did take some of the filler primer off, which I did do again, but should have probably just done a few more coats of it. But as a cosplay prop, you couldn't aim it there. It's a bad design of gun. I think it's really nice. It's very similar to the Colt Army and the Colt Navy, which are two of my favourite guns. So I've always sort of wanted one. I did make one out of foam a while ago, just to put in a holster. So that's the next job, is to make a holster. And I've got all the rest of the outfit. I've got to paint the barrel black as well. So that's where my pen was to hold it. But it was good fun. It cost next to nothing to make, because I think the amount of print it took was something like about £3 worth. So good prop for that. I'm happy with it. But if you want to see more of these 3D prints, let me know. We've got the printer up and running properly now. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you can, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.